Alright, as Whammy Time has just thoughtfully put in the chat, round 2. Let's see if we can do this. Let me know if everything's coming through okay, and then we'll get started here in just a second. Okay, sweet. What's up, Silvers? Alright. That's better. I know there's normally like a little bit of lag, just in general, depending on your settings. But it was giving me some kind of error. I think I just need to restart my computer more often. But anywho, welcome to the Nightly Painting Studio, and yeah, for watching this live with me, thank you for your patience with the first stream tonight. And if you're watching this back, welcome. Super glad to be with you tonight. My entire goal is to encourage, equip, and inspire you as a fellow hobbyist. And I want you to reach your goals. I want you to honestly just be the best that you can be. The best painter, the best hobbyist, the best gamer, whatever it is, whatever your goals are. I want that for you. So any way that I can encourage you or help you along the way, that's what I'm here for. But tonight we are going to finish up some Breachers, which is going to be great. Yeah, hopefully just have some conversation in the chat, and see if we can get some Q&A going on, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I see Silvers, I see Whammy Time in the chat here. Both of you guys are on the Discord, which is awesome. So Whammy, it looked like you were working on some more Black Templar stuff, doing a lot of building, it looked like. So that's pretty cool. Silvers, I think you had posted in the last try on this that you were working on something, but if you'll clue me in again, that would be awesome. Yeah. Bob the Builder recently. Nice. Yeah, Black Templars are fun to assemble too. There's lots of little conversions that you can do to make them more Black Templar. I got some tea tonight in our nice friend's mug. So a fan of that show, but yeah, so I did a lot of work between the last stream and this one to get these breachers to the point where I can finish them on stream. Really, I had a lot of airbrushing to do. I had OSL work to do. I had airbrushing of the kind of the undertones of the basing that I do on these, and so and I also had to varnish them correctly so that all of the different things across them were all the same finish. So a lot of that was not necessarily stream worthy because I haven't figured out how to stream with the airbrush and all that loudness yet. But I'm going to switch over to the main camera here now, and we'll get moving on this stuff. So here we go. Okay. So here we are for these guys. Basically, I did a lot of the armor chipping, and I did the varnishing, obviously, and all the. I don't know if I did the gold and stuff on stream. I don't think I did. But yeah, they're turning out really good. Excited. This will be squad number 2 of these guys, and then you can see I just kind of did some airbrush patches of gray and brown on the base, and those will just inform me on how I'm going to finish those bases tonight. So I'm actually really happy with how these drones turned out. You can see the OSL work there on the underside of that light, and here along the back as well. It's that nice glowing effect for those bright lenses. So yeah, I thought I was not going to enjoy painting these, and then I did. So yeah, I would paint another one of these if I had to. I know that's a glowing review, but yeah, the Instapot. I hadn't thought about it like that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. So I really like the drones. The chipping turns out really nicely on those, and you can just, the gradients are really nice to see in the red. A lot of times on these breachers, the transitions in the red are just not quite as, they're more subtle. But on these drones you can really see, especially on the top, that fade. So yeah, I'm happy with how these are coming together. And yeah, so tonight I just have to spread some pigment and lock it in with some thinner and go from there. So looks like Whammy Time's been Bob the Builder, which is awesome. And then Silver's Krieg Voidsman in purple and green to match the Inquisitor colors. Oh, that's pretty cool. See, when you say Krieg Voidsman, is that are they just regular Krieg models, or have you converted those with the actual Voidsman miniatures, or what? I'd love to hear a little more about that, Silvers. This is a little more directed. More funky to get these to look right. Whammy, the painting on your Templars is looking pretty good, from what I have seen on the Discord. So. Enjoying painting those. I know black isn't the easiest color to paint. Found the style you wanted. Hey, that is what counts, my friend. Looks like silvers, Deathcore Creek troops, just gonna add a rotary gun to one so they're WYSIWYG nice. Except Sergeant has the power fist with the red and green checkers over the purple. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm a sucker for checkers. Miniatures. Time says he still needs an airbrush, hoping to get one either Cyber Monday or around Christmas time. Yeah, what do you know which airbrush you're gonna go for? Silvers still has 4 nights to paint up in my regular Deathcore Creek colors of black and blue gray. Nice. Yeah, that's the classic Deathcore. Classic Deathcore colors. Right there. Looks good on them for a reason. Cheer airbrush kit. I've never heard of that one. Yeah, I agreed. Silvers, once you get that airbrush, yeah, it's a game changer. is a game changer. It's like, seriously. I think for me, it mostly just like speeds everything up, especially those early stages. The main base coats, and there's a lot of fun techniques you can do with the airbrush as well. In a lot of ways, it really can up your painting skill kind of overnight if you figure out how to use it and can get a handle on some of the effects and stuff. I mean, if you're looking at an airbrush for $55, I'll tell you this, somebody on the last stream was asking about some airbrushing and stuff, and I told them I would send them some recommendations, which I did, and in the process I looked up the first airbrush that I had, which is what I sent to them, and the Badger Patriot 105 I have been using for years and years, well, since 2017, and I have never had to replace a part. It's easy to maintain, and it's honestly just a workhorse. So I would highly recommend it. It was only like $60. So I don't know your exact setup, or really what you're after, whammy. But I can send you the link. I highly recommend it. I love that airbrush. Yeah, that is just the airbrush. So if you were getting like a package, then you may still want to go with the other thing. But decent quality airbrush. You would need a compressor and stuff too. Okay. Just gonna wipe my hands off here. Honestly, what I like to do when I get done with this stage is just to kind of go around and just take a damp paper towel, just kind of wipe the edges down. Makes painting or repainting that black rim a lot easier. Gets that extra pigment off. Silvers, what's your favorite airbrush out of the 5 that you have? See, we've got a number of viewers that are watching right now. Welcome to the live stream. As you pop in, let us know in the chat where you're joining us from and what you're working on tonight. If you're working on a specific hobby project, that's the goal of these streams, is to work on stuff together, get that hobby motivation going. So okay, I'm gonna go grab a valuable tool that I forgot to grab, called a hairdryer. And I will be right back, y'all. So while I'm gone, if you are just jumping in, just starting to view the stream, I would love to see and hear about what you are working on right now. What is your current hobby project? And also, what is what's the hardest miniature to paint that you've ever worked on? That's what I want to know in the chat, and I'll see what we got when we get back here. So hang tight. All right, I am back. We got any answers in the chat? I don't see any. Bad question then. This was a bad question. All right, hey, got my wife's hair dryer, and this will come into play here in just a few minutes. But basically what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna lock in that pigment and also kind of mute it a little bit by using just a little bit of Sansador thinner. And really all this is gonna do is just gonna settle in those pigments. It's gonna keep them from rubbing off as easy, and it's just gonna kind of settle them. I'm not gonna like flood it or anything. We're just gonna use a really light touch with a little synthetic brush, and we're gonna go from there. So yeah, Central Pneumatic. I don't think I've heard of that brand before. So that's pretty cool. Okay. I'm just taking a bit of this out of here and putting it in a little dish. And then I'll just pull from the dish, it won't dirty up the thing. Alright, here we go. Let's launch back over to the main camera. Okay. So you can see the little dish right here. Really, I'm just using this brush. I'm just going to start to kind of tap a little bit. Like I said, you don't want to overly like flood the surface. And a lot of times I don't even touch the actual like mini. I just touch the base, and that's just going to start to lock that stuff in. So. And like I'd rather touch a bunch of like little times rather than like completely flood the surface. You don't want to wash the pigment away, you just kind of want to let it sit in the recesses a little bit. if you need to come back in and add a little back in afterwards, you can. So anybody dive into the new kill team? I know that just came out recently. Thinking about picking up the box. Really like those Vespids. The Aquilons are really nice too. Tapping on the base, just making sure that all of it's covered. And I have just found that this is a really easy way to do a little more than something just like texture paste, you know, which is fine. Texture paste in a dry brush is perfectly acceptable. I like the way that this looks because it turns out looking a little more realistic or dusty, and so I have liked using this style of basing. I did it on my Black Templars, and I'm doing it now on my Tau as well. Different, I guess you could say, planetary styles or biomes, but kind of the same process. Lay down kind of a base color, or base colors in this case, and then put some pigment over the top and lock it in. What's up, KZ Yeti? Welcome to the stream, and thank you. I appreciate it. This is the Farsight Enclaves Tau scheme. So. And silvers. Not a fan of the new kill team. They should have put Elysian drop troops instead of the Yeah, I'm not sure why they chose to go with the Scions. I mean, I just don't feel like they're all that big of a, or popular of a faction, which, yeah, I don't know. I think the minis are fine, but yeah, I definitely think they could have scored some brownie points with Elysians. Plus, it would have been really cool and perfect. KZ Yeti, yeah, you're painting Blood Angels. Oh yeah, that red, man. I'll tell you what. I learned it from Tabletop Tactics painter Fletcher Giles, and he uses this acrylic ink over a white to black pre-shade to get the red. So it's the Naphthol Crimson. So just a couple of really light coats through the airbrush to get that. So, but yeah, so now you can see it really darkens it down, and that's only because it's still wet. So I'm gonna mute my mic for a second because no one wants to listen to hair dryer. So enjoy the music, and I'll be back shortly here. Okay, so you can see the difference between the wet base and the dry one here. Lumpy Willie, welcome to the chat. Glad you are here. So to answer your question, why am I hair drying these miniatures? So I have just put a little of this Sansador solvent and thinner onto the bases to solidify in some pigment powder that I used on the base. So when you do that, it can be kind of dusty, and it'll actually kind of like come off on your fingers a little bit if you don't lock it in with something. So there is a product called Pigment Fixer, which you could use, but it's fairly expensive, and it's very close to something like the Sansador. So yeah, I mean, these were around the same price. So yeah. Obviously the solvent isn't particularly a fixing agent, but it works in a very similar fashion, and it helps to settle everything onto the base. So yeah, that's why I am here trying these models. Yep. So yeah, Tau are cool. I agree. I'm really having fun. I'm really having fun with these minis. They are a blast. So this is my second squad of these guys. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to doing these, but I wanted to answer your question, Lumpy Willie. And yeah, we'll just say right now, oh yeah, I'm picking up the Pathfinders, play Kill Team more now. No, that's awesome. Here in just a minute, I'll show you a couple of mine. I just did the Pathfinders in this scheme recently, so and actually I'm almost done editing a video with how I painted them. So if you want to stay tuned for that, Lumpy Willie, you can always subscribe to the channel. We also have a Discord. I will link it here in just a second. Let's see if I still got that with me. Love to have you join in on our Discord. We've got a lot of great people on there who are working on some really cool hobby projects, and it's just a really encouraging group of people to be around. So there you go. There's that Discord link, so you can follow that and enjoy the Discord. Would love to have you on there. So, all right, I'm gonna get back to. Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, I would love to. And yeah, I go through the whole process, and that video, I'm hoping to have that video out this Saturday. So keep your eyes peeled for that. All right, I'm gonna go mute it again, and I'm gonna dry off the rest of it. we are. Okay. There. All right. So, the only thing left to do is probably one of the more satisfying parts. All dried up. Yep, all dried up. And really, you don't have to use a hairdryer for this. They will dry on their own. But I just find that it just really speeds up the process, and you can get more done in your painting session. So it's really just to speed the process along a little bit. Okay. So I'm pulling out some Abaddon Black. Here we go. Black base rims all the way type of guy. With one exception, I did an IDNF Deepkin army a number of years ago that I did like a beach basing too, and that army I did the same beach color for the base rims, and that ended up looking pretty good. But I was very hesitant to do that. Not sure how it would turn out. I know this has probably been a little more on the boring side of a stream as far as what you might be watching me do, but thanks, Whammy. Appreciate it. I'm happy with how they're turning out. Just watching paint dry. Literally. I don't know, sometimes I go to sleep with a painting video from YouTube on. It can just be so relaxing. It's like, why am I enjoying watching somebody else paint so much? I don't know what it is. I think us humans like to see progress on things, though, and I think there's something that like just kind of naturally draws us to that. So, wouldn't be surprised if there's something in there. Didn't expect anything deep on today's stream, huh? Dreamed of painting before. I don't think I've dreamed about painting. That would be a new one for me, I think. Warhammer related dreams for sure. I've had some of those. But I don't think I've dreamed about actually like painting before. I don't think it would be a bad dream. Yeah, they'll take me down right quick. But all I said was I like your stuff. I feel like that's how things have been at some points in watching people have to fight Games Workshop. I think they would actually probably be happy about me dreaming about their company. That's how they know their marketing's doing well. Yeah, our customers dream about our products. Probably a lot more than a lot of companies out there could say. Whammy time. How long have you been doing Warhammer related stuff? I think you've told me before. I just can't remember at this moment. A little over a year. Awesome. Yeah, it is a deep rabbit hole. deep rabbit hole for sure. Cool. There they are. I said in the title I would do it. Finishing the Tau Breachers tonight. My computer almost put a stop to those dreams, but we made it work with the second stream, which is great. We've actually had a decent number of people on it. It's been a good stream. We are the unit leader. Yeah, I was pretty happy with this. Pretty happy. Now for the true test, though, because I want to see how close I got to the first unit of these that I did. Pretty dang close. It's good. Okay. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I think some of the challenge, to doing more army painting style stuff is that you end up kind of adding units as you go, and if you're not careful, you can alter the way you do something or whatever. And I just would hate to lose the cohesiveness of the force because I altered the paint scheme somehow. And next to some of the finished Kroot. So Kroot, I definitely on this first unit of Kroot, I did their bases quite differently, and I may have to go back and dull those down a bit. Let's see. They may all look just fine together on the table, but happy. Now I've got some crisis suits that I'll need to end up working on next. Yeah, I've got all my crisis suits jumping off rocks, basically. These are the, I forget what these, Sunforge or something like that. The ones with the fusion blasters. But yeah, I took drones and filled in the bits to make bigger shields for them, because the ones that they come with in the kit I think are just too small. Yeah, so those are kind of next on my agenda. I'll keep working on these other recruit slowly but surely. Well, that's what happens when you try to, yeah. So I'll be needing another one of those. Tonight's just the night for technical difficulties, apparently. Well, that seems like a good place to end the stream. Yeah, I just snapped that right off. It must have been a cheaply made holder. So, anywho, yeah, I am excited. Glad I got these finished. They've been sitting on my desk for a while, and have wanted to get those going. With the new boarding actions that just came out. Yeah, it definitely did not bend that far when time. Learned the hard way. But yeah, with the new boarding action stuff coming out, I wanted to have some kind of force for Tau. I already have force for my Black Templars. And so this, now I'll have two units of breachers. I'll have a unit of Kroot. I'll have some Pathfinders. So now I just got to figure out what kind of HQ I would need to have for the force. But yeah, boarding action seems really cool. I played like one game of boarding actions, and it was really fun. I used Black Templars, and they go hard in boarding actions. Those close quarters fights are they're where the Black Templars like to thrive. So yeah, excited about that. Excited about new kill team. I have the Pathfinder skill team, and those are a lot of fun. But they're also very complicated. So yeah, I like boarding actions, and I like the look of it and the way it feels, because it's a lot more narrative than some of the other game modes and styles of games. So, and it'll take me like another half a year just to get a playable force in for my Tau for a full game, like a 2,000 point game. So I'm just I take my time with painting, and I enjoy getting really detailed with it. So I think it's hard to paint a full army. Did I see the new kill team starter set? Yeah, I did. Are you talking about the one with the Vespid and the Aquilons, or are you talking about the Space Marines and Nurgle Plague Marines one? So I did see both. I'm not sure how I feel about the MDF terrain, but I guess if you're trying to make a cheap box set, then that makes sense. I think they're probably trying to capitalize on the Space Marine 2 players who are interested in the hobby, which is really good. I'm excited about that. I think it will bring an injection of new hobbyists in. Scythos. Yeah, you caught the technical difficulties there. Yeah, I didn't know my own strength. I didn't know it. It's just too powerful. Wonder what the price will be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the price might be. I know there's a lot of people who are probably going to be pretty upset because they went out and tried to purchase all of the Space Marine heroes and the Plague Marines that you had to buy in those like random box sets. I know those were going for a pretty penny on eBay and some of the other sites and stuff like that, so there's probably gonna be some people that are maybe a little upset about that, but I doubt it'll be too expensive, because from what I could tell from their post, they're actually push fit models. So I don't know, I would guess maybe the price of 2 kill teams at most. I can't see them charging much more than that to make it appealing for players. So we'll see. But all right, everybody. Well, thanks for being a part of the stream tonight. With all of our technical difficulties, both at the beginning and here at the end. It's been good. Thanks for hanging out with me. I will just say again, for anybody that's still watching and isn't on the Discord, I'm throwing that link in the chat here. Would love to have you join our Discord. It's an encouraging place where we all just kind of build each other up as hobbyists, and we cheer each other on, and get to actually like see people's cool projects from across the country and even across the world. I know we've we've got some folks from across the pond in there with us. So if you're joining us, joining me tonight, it's night here, but I know it's probably morning for you. So cool to have you joining. And then we also have one guy that's from. We have a guy that's from the Philippines in there as well, which is pretty cool. So we've got like a worldwide audience, which is really neat, and it's cool to see that group growing. So I would love to see you in there. And thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you feel encouraged, equipped, and inspired to be the best hobbyist that you can be. So keep painting, keep working on those projects, and I will see you in the next video and the next stream, which is Thursday night. So I'll see you then. Peace.